Hi everyone, welcome back to Diamond Paintings with Mike, and today we have the return of a Happy Valentine's Day painting that we worked on almost a week ago. Yes, so today we are going to be doing this. I'm just going to fold my plastic back here a bit, and yeah, we're going to be working on this. Now, I've had a bit of a malfunction today. YouTube has been a bit not YouTube, sorry, my phone has been playing up, and today I uploaded a video of the range because yesterday I went to the range to pick up some more paintings I wanted, and I was just finishing uploaded, and it put it as public, and it was supposed to be set to private. All my videos, they will be uploaded and set to private until I get round to scheduling them out, ready to go out to you guys, and for you guys to watch. And it accidentally put it as public when it's like far too early to air yet, because that's not supposed to air till Monday. So early viewers, if you've seen it, well done, congratulations. You've got early access. But I've now set that as private again, so if you do get a notification saying that you can't watch the video, that's the reason why. Is because I accidentally set it as public when it's not due to air yet. So you'll see that again on Monday. So I've also been trying to free up room on this phone. It's likely to do it in this session as well, but I think I've roughly got about 30 to 40 minutes. So we're going to do about 40 minutes just to be on the safe side. And if it cuts off at 35, then I know I've got roughly 35 minutes, but I've spent like the majority of today trying to free up room to try and sort it out. But I need to probably transfer some apps over to my iPhone rather than on this phone, because I mainly use this. This is like the gaming phone, if you like. So this phone is basically just for like playing Just Play, and then it's for, you know, filming for YouTube. So yeah, it was a bit annoying really. So and I freed up like loads and loads of room, and it's still saying that there's not enough room, and I'm like, how much more room does it possibly need? So yeah, it has been a mammoth, yeah, I'd say like a mammoth of a week last week. It completely went bellies up, and I was supposed to be doing live all week, and what it was is it was my brother's birthday, and so I must have travelled on the Thursday ready to be there for Friday, because obviously I like to be there for when it gets up and stuff. So yeah, I stayed on Thursday, and then it was his birthday, and I'm sure I've just said that twice. And gave him his presents, and then I thought they were going out for dinner and stuff, and they didn't, so my dad stayed at home. And it turns out that apparently, because it's half-term week, Teddy we get to see him a bit more during half term. And yeah, it turns out at 1 o'clock that he was going to go over and bring Teddy over. So me and my mum gave him his presents, and he's got one delayed in the post that I'm waiting for it to still come, but it's still not come yet. And yeah, he went over to get the presents. Sorry, to get the Teddy could be a present, I suppose. To get Teddy, and this pen is driving me mad at the moment. Just not picking up today. I've put loads of. I'm gonna double the wax up on this. If it still plays up, then I'll change the pen. Because this is getting aggravating now. And so he goes over to collect Teddy, and I thought, my mum was off that day because she booked the day off from work, and I thought, you know, George asked me if I would go over and, you know, help pick them up and stuff, and I was like, well, why don't you go? Like, meaning my mum. It will give you like day out and stuff. And she was like, yeah, okay, I'll go. And that sort of gave me a bit of time to myself, because you know what it's like when you're like surrounded by family day in, day out. You just want some breathing space from them. And so that gave me a bit of time to myself. So what I did was I started to film the art dot. You know that massive flower that I showed you? Well, it's far too big to fit in my bag, so I've left it there for now. It's probably going to stay there because it's just too big to carry. That's just me being lazy, but I don't really want to like lug it all the way over here. Like, trying to carry a bag and that all at the same time, it's going to be quite difficult. So, because I'll have my rucksack, I'll have this. And I like to, as I'm walking up to the train station or wherever I go, I like to play the Just Play game while I'm walking to get to my destination. And so, yeah, so anyway, that gave me a bit of time to get that unboxing out of the way, because I don't think I had a video ready for Saturday, because I had it all scheduled and something's gone wrong, because the stage that originally was supposed to be aired was missing, and I thought, this isn't making sense. So yeah, I kept watching and, you know, kept playing it back thinking, where is this video? And the only thing I can come to terms with is that I must have accidentally deleted it, because it's nowhere on my computer, it's nowhere on my phone. So what I think's happened is I've accidentally deleted it and forgot to upload it to YouTube, thinking that I've already done it. And so yeah, so that stage is missing, unfortunately. So this Saturday it will just jump to the next stage, which I'm a little bit frustrated with, because like I'm just annoyed with myself for like deleting it accidentally. And yeah, so it is what it is. Mistakes can happen. So yeah, it is what it is on that one. So that'll be Saturday. And so anyway, then they get back and my brother starts to cook us all dinner. He loves cooking, because he used to cook over at his missus, but because they're not together anymore, he sort of is so into that routine of cooking that he does it over at my mum's now, and it's quite nice when someone else cooks. Like, I generally can't stand cooking. I just don't enjoy it. I think it's boring. It takes forever. I mean, most dinners, yeah, they take absolutely ages to prepare. I mean, you wait so long to, you know, eat it, and then it's gone. Like, all that time spent cooking it, like, is near enough like an hour or so, and then it's gone, and it's like, oh man. So yeah, and then I thought, well, seeing as Teddy's here, because what will happen is, I don't think, because originally we were supposed to see him this weekend, which I don't know what the weekend is at this point, but it was supposed to, I think Friday's the 22nd, so it must be the 23rd. But because we've seen him like a few days before, if that makes sense, we probably won't see him this weekend. It is his duty day to see him, but because we got an extension on, we technically had him Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and an extra day on Monday. So I don't think we'll get to see him on the weekend either. So you know, the way to look at it is that you've seen them early, you know, so it frees up that weekend, which means I could probably stay here and do some filming, because I won't need to visit them, unless of course that changes. My mum will let me know anyway, but then I'm thinking, well, do I really want to go over again, because like I've already seen them like on the Friday before, so yeah, I might just skip it. But in B&M's yesterday, I found some other toys that I wanted to get Teddy, so I might drop them over. But as I say, it probably won't be this weekend, because we've already seen them early. So anyway, I thought, do you know what? It's a special occasion. I'm just going to stay for a few days. Well, that turned into like an extra few days after they went home. I then, what was on the Monday? So then I sort of stayed till Monday, and then I thought, do you know what? I'll go home on the Tuesday, because then I can go to work from my mum's on the Monday, and then on the Tuesday I will, because I had to pick went off to Chelmsford and done a bit of filming. So this week you've got another shop which was, oh my god, like they shut all the cars. It was a really busy junction. So yeah, that car park has been like closed for absolute ages. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. And sometimes when they're not working on it, you sort of walk past it and you think, what is actually going on here? Because it doesn't look any different, and it's been like it for months. Because they've been installing this new arch bridge that I do show you in the video, and yeah, so headed off to B&M's, no, headed off to, so yeah, and then I headed off to the shop, filmed what it was, and then not really anything in there that I wanted. And then I headed over to the range, because what I tend to do is I go to the furthest store away first, and then I work my way back. There's no point going to the closest shop first, because you're going to have to carry bags and then all the way up to the shop to then, like, what I tend to do is, there's a bag that the range sell, and it's absolutely massive, and I tend to use that to put all the bags in one bag. Does that make sense? So for example, if I shopped in WH Smith's, I can then put that bag into that bag. So yeah, and then what I wanted to do was to see if they had anything else in the range, and I picked up a few items. There is one painting that looks like a cottage that I really want, but at the moment I really like getting to the point where my wardrobe is nearly full of these canvases, and I don't really want to keep, I do want to keep getting the big ones, but I want to make sure that I can have a bit of a spend in each shop. I don't just want to use all the spend in one shop. So I'll pick that up next time, because what I do is, if I really want to paint in, I make sure they've got enough stock, and then it means that I can buy the other one that I want and then go back for that at a later date. So they did have like this Easter one, and it was a bit pixelated, so I sort of left it. It was next to that bunny that I showed you that I got in the live. So yeah, so then picked up a few things in the range, and my brother wanted me to go up to Whittle first, but I said, well, that's going to make me late, because I can go up to Whittle, but by the time I wait for the bus back to the town, the shops are probably going to be shut. So it was like a rush, because last time I went up to Whittle to see him, I only had like an hour there, and then I had to go and get to town before they all shut. So yeah, and then what I did was head off to Home Bargains, and I got a few more storage boxes, because what I've been thinking of doing, I was actually quite pleased, because I've been getting the little ones which are like £2.99. I think it's a 9 litre, and then they've got another one which is a 16 litre. Well, this one was £4.99, and I thought that's a really decent size. And then obviously at the back of my mind, I'm thinking the more bigger I go, the more difficult it's going to be trying to carry this on the train and stuff. Like, you don't want to be walking on the train bashing people in between the aisles on the bloody with boxes. And these new trains, one by Greater Anglia, one's called Stadler, that's the company, and then the other company is called Bombardier. And yeah, they're the seats, so you've got like what I call the airplane seats, because it's like 2 seats going down, and then you've got like perhaps 6 seats there, so 3 and 3. But the actual walkway is so narrow that you actually, if you've got bags, you just can't walk down it properly, because you just bash into it, and it's just ridiculous. And so yeah, I decided to go for the 16 litre one, because what I want to do, my old paintings from like decades ago, I mean, it sound like years, but probably about 2 years ago, are in a big recycling bag. And what I thought I'd do is like buy a storage box and then just put the trains into there. I've adopted the word trains from Lazy Retired Granny, who calls the the packets of belts, um, she calls them trains, the packets of drills. And I thought that would be actually a lot more better than actually sifting through a massive bag, because it's heavy as well. So yeah, I thought I'd get one of them. Tried to look for the hot cross bun candle. They didn't have it. They did have some Battenberg cakes that I like, the lemon and raspberry ones. And I have found, Pauline, they have got the hot cross bun online. So on the website of Home Bargains, they've got the hot cross bun candle. So it's just going to have to be a way where I order it. There's nothing I can do on that. If it's not in the shop, I'll have to pay proxy postage, but there you go. I'm not the biggest fan of paying postage, so for God's sake, sorry guys, just bear with me. The phone was saying all this time I plugged my phone in the wall and it's not even charging. I forgot to put the switch on. And so yeah, I may have to order it. And then apparently today is, we'll get back to that in a minute, but I'm cautious if this will like run out of storage. But today is all the way back from 19th of February 1985. Today is EastEnders' birthday. So they were showing us on the set, like, because they've got a live episode tomorrow. So the great thing is about live is if they make a fuck up, you're going to see it. So yeah, it's 40 years ago today the EastEnders launched. So yeah, and then the news people were on there and they were saying that they're rehearsing for tomorrow for the live. So all the cast were on the set, sort of like going live and stuff. And so let's get back to Chelmsford. And then obviously I headed off from Home Bargains, went to go and get the C4 bus. I just missed it. I literally thought, oh lovely, it's sitting there, and just missed it. And so I had to wait for the next one, which was like 15 minutes. And a notification popped up on YouTube to say that Hannah was live. So I popped into Hannah's live while waiting for the bus and watched a bit of that. And then obviously my bus was coming, so I had to like jump out of the stream and I've got to catch it back up. So I will catch that back up later, Hannah. So once I get to that, I will finish the rest off and leave a comment. As I say, if I haven't left a comment on your channel, it's because I've not got to it yet. So I always, like, whenever I watch a video, always like leave a comment. So yeah, if I haven't left a comment, it's because I've not got to your video yet. And so my bus came, so I was like, when you really want to watch the live, but then you've got like all people talking on the bus and you can't really hear it. I didn't have my AirPods with me, so I was like, I'll just have to watch this later. So then I get off at Whittle and I'm going to have a drink because I'm parched. Today we've got the Bounty hot chocolate, and you'll see what that is in the next video. In the Come Shop With Me, because guess what, people? For the 4th week running, the lift has been out of order. So annoying. So yeah, where do we go? Whittle. So then I went and got some things I needed in Whittle. Went to see my brother, and it was arranged. I was so annoyed with him because it was arranged for me to walk back with him, and then I get the Braintree train home and he gets off at Whittam. And as I say, he's a very, very secretive person. So if he wants to keep a secret from you, he will, and he'll lie. He's always lying, and it really annoys me because if you lie, you're going to eventually get, found out anyway. So, there's no point in lying in the first place. Well, anyway, tried my best to get, around it, because he was texting me at lunchtime and I'm thinking, sorry, he was texting me in the evening and he was saying, oh, can we change it? And I thought, what's going on? And he said that he has to work till late after 7, and I thought, well, that's strange because on the website it says it shuts at 7. So I thought, let's do a bit of research here and see whether he was actually telling the truth here, and he wasn't. And then because I showed him the opening times, he was like, oh yeah, I do shut at 7 now, like after telling me you're there till 8, like what the hell. And so got some stuff, and then yeah, I was like really pissed off because like he then said that Jack invited him for a drink out, and yeah, don't worry about me, you know, he's come all this way to see you, you know, just go off with Jack. Like, that's the way my family is. They'll like, if you arrange something, like for me, if I arrange to see that person, then that's what we've arranged. You don't just ditch that person to go over, you know, to what they're doing and do their plans. That, you know, it really, really pissed me off because like I came all this way to see him, and then because he texted him saying, oh, he wants to go out for a drink. Oh yeah, don't worry, Michael, you know, I'm going off now and you can, you know, go home. And then he had the cheek to buy me a sandwich, like just as like a way of saying sorry. Like, I'm not being funny, but like it was really, really winding me up, and I just like, I got so wound up and I just stormed off and went to wait for the C4 bus back home. And on the timetable on the bus, it said something about 17:05 service. It's sorry, the 19:05 service. It had a little like C symbol next to it, and I was like, what does that mean? And it said, when I looked on the, because it will say like the time and then a little alphabet symbol, but if you look further down, it will tell you what that symbol means. And apparently the C next to this 19:05 service means that it doesn't continue to the railway station, it goes into the bus station. So in other words, that bus obviously is, the driver's finished his shift for the night, and so he has to drop everyone off, and then I assume it goes back up to the depot. I don't think they stay, I don't think the buses stay in the bus station overnight. I think they stay in the depot, because it's like the trains. I don't think they stay off in Whittam. I think they probably go up to, I mean, the nearest one I've seen is Colchester's depot. But yeah, so I got really annoyed, and then he's ringing me, he's like texting me, why did you storm off? And I was like, are you for real? Like, you've just like upset me, because like we arranged to do things, and you know, I've been dropped for someone else. Like, it's not right. Like, if I made plans with someone, I wouldn't, like, I'd say to the other person, right, I can't do today, I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, he just, it's the lack of care. He doesn't care, you know. So yeah, I sort of like went to the station, train station, and wait for my train. There was the Clacton one, then it went to Harwich, and I thought, because any train that comes through Chelmsford will stop at Whittam, some don't, but I thought, you know, what do I do? Do I get on this one and then just stand in the cold at Whittam, wait for the one behind it? Because either way, my train was not going to come till 8:20, and I got there at 7:30. So yeah, I was like, it was absolutely freezing, like bitter. I think it was like -3. And I thought, well, if I get off at Whittam, I'm just going to stand there because I've got to wait for the Braintree one behind it. And I have established that it doesn't matter how far, you know, it doesn't matter what station you're at. It seems to me like it's an hour wait no matter what station you're at. Does that make sense? And so why I thought, there's no point me getting off. I don't want to get off to then get back on the train, because I would have had to change at Whittam, because obviously the train in front was going to Harwich International. And I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to have to pretend, like, ignore the colds there and just like, you know, wait for the French one. Because with me, I'm not a coat person. I cannot stand wearing coats if they're restrictive, and I don't like feeling like I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for, like, not squeezed, but you know when something's like restrictive and you feel like you can't move. So I thought, you know, I'd normally wear my Butlins jumper and then like my hoodie if I go out. So for me, that's like a coat anyway, because you're doubling up. But yeah, so then just so you know, we're at 25 minutes, so if it cuts off, I am trying my best to sort this out, but every time I free up room, it then says that there's no room, and I think it's more a case that the apps need to be cleared up, like all the ones I don't use. I'm gonna have to like get off it, like, because it's just causing problems. And yeah, so then my train came along at 20 minutes past, well, 20:22 apparently it was, so in other words 8:22, and so I then went off to Braintree, and it was so nice because that train goes, it pulls into Whittam and then goes out to Whittam, and I'm so used to like going to Whittam and then like having to wait for it. It was just nice to like pull into Whittam and then not have to get off. So yeah, and then I had like a minute to spare. Waterloo Road was coming on, and that happened the week, like last week as well, because like I must have had like 3 minutes, but I managed to watch it. Because I like to watch it when it goes on TV. Like, I don't like to like watch it on the iPlayer. I mean, all the episodes are there, but it's, you know, it's something, it gives you something to watch of an evening. Now tonight, apparently, we have got an hour long, and I have got it right this time, because last time I said that it was on live, and it was it's live tomorrow night, and that's for sure. And it is an hour long, because obviously I suppose it's because it's EastEnders' birthday today. I suppose that's the reason why. So an hour long. Now I can't remember if I watched yesterday's, because the last episode I watched, Cindy's complained about her locket, and she nicks Phil's gun out of the safe, and she goes into obviously her house, and someone's dangling like the locket, and she goes, "You," and then it went so the credits have gone up, and that's what you call a cliffhanger, because a cliffhanger is where they leave it on a scene where you're like, oh my god, what happens next, and then they put it on the credits and it makes you want to watch it more. So they will then leave it on a duff, and then like you've got to wait till the next episode. So yeah, and there we go, we're all caught up to date, so I feel absolutely worn out after that. But yeah, so today I've just spent most of the evening sort of you know, sort of doing an unboxing. I did an unboxing earlier, which unfortunately it went up too early, which some of you may have seen, but you'll see that again on Monday, as I say. It might not be this Monday, it might be the Monday after, because I have got other unboxings in front of that. And then I've just been sort of like trying to free up this bloody storage on this phone, and then sorting out diamond painting drills ready to go in the storage box. So yeah, I've been really busy. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to have to run a test on this, but I think what's wise is if we get this to, say, let's try 35 minutes, and then we might have to cut this short, because I feel like I need to do a test on it first before I go, you know, film again. Now we are running out of time for February now, so I'm going to look at what availability I've got. I need to check my work rota, but I'm going to try and do some more lives, hopefully this week. I can't go live tomorrow because I'm busy, because I've got work late tomorrow, so I won't have time to do it, because I'm doing a bit of overtime. And so yeah, so it's probably gonna be, it's hard to book it, because George won't let you know if Teddy's coming until right at the last minute. So I don't want to set a live and then I can't go live, so I'm going to assume that we're not going to be seeing him this weekend, because we've seen him early. So I'll probably set live for Friday. I mean, I don't generally go over on a Friday anyway, so yeah, for me, I've sort of seen him this week, so I might just do a live on the Friday, and then Saturday we'll definitely put the mandala up. As I say, it will be a jump stage, but it is what it is, I'm afraid, on that one. Fortunately, I've made a bit of a cock up, so yeah. And then I was supposed to be going up to the co-op today, but yeah, so I thought, can't be bothered. So I'll do that tomorrow. And then obviously I'll sit down ready for dinner and watch this hour-long special, which is nice because whatever comes on normally that comes on after that half an hour slot has been took up by EastEnders, so at least we've got something decent to watch, you know. So yeah. I can actually play EastEnders on the piano. My friend Andrew, he used to do this thing because I used to be like the PA person on the you know, like the sound and stuff, and he used to loan pianos to you, and obviously if you didn't return it within a set period he'd charge you for it. So yeah, it was fun to like learn the keyboard and stuff. Sorry, not a piano, a keyboard. So yeah, it was quite fun. Now also, if you haven't entered the Valentines giveaway, I'm really sorry it was really late. It was scheduled to go on the 14th, but because of George's birthday I was too busy with like birthday celebrations and stuff, and so I totally forgot to do it, so it's running late. But if you do want to enter that, the last day to sort of enter is the 28th, because obviously that's when I draw the winner. So I won't be drawing the winner on the 28th, it will probably be like the week after, but the last day to enter will be the 28th. And you have to comment on that video, so obviously don't comment on another video, because I need to keep track of who's entered on the videos. So obviously if you enter on another video, I'm not going to find it, so when I look at the giveaway video and your comment's not there, I'm not going to find it. So yeah, if you enter on another video, it won't count. Meganico asked me why I didn't do it to Holland. The reason being is because it's very difficult to send gift cards internationally. I don't know how you do it. Lazy Retired Granny managed to at Christmas a few years ago, managed to send it from America to the UK, but I don't know how you do it like the other way round, if you get me. So like from the UK to America. So yeah, it is quite difficult really with gift cards. And then obviously there comes the problem of, will America seize like chocolate? Because anything that's a threat to their country, it could be like a lot of, when you watch Border Force, like certain foods can't go into certain countries. So the amount of food that has been seized, where people have not declared it and then it gets seized, and you know, it's you've got the problem of, will they accept it? Will it get seized? Will you have like, will it be returned back to you? Because if that gets returned back to you, you've probably wasted like 16 quid. I really want to do a giveaway in America, but one thing that is always the problem is the gift cards, and two, the postage is extortionate. Like just to send a Christmas card is like, or a letter is like £9 something. So it's just so expensive. So yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably call that session there. I'm really sorry it's a short one. As I say, I have got a few storage issues on this phone. Once I do a few more tests on it, I will be able to do more, but we'll leave that session there. We've lost about 4 or 5 days worth of filming because of the birthday celebrations, but as I say, I'll just continue it until the end of February, and then whatever is not finished will roll over to next year's. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Tap in that good old notification bell so that you can be notified as and when a video pops up on the channel. Your next video will be on, I think today's Wednesday in it, so Thursday with another whip and chat, and then Friday coming up with the Come Shop With Me, and Saturday rolling into Mandala. And I don't think we've got a Sunday morning Love You this week, or do we? I said that last week. I think we've got one more this week, and then yeah, the 28th is somewhere like Thursday or Friday. So yeah, I think we've got one more, but that's how it's looking. We're getting a little bit more of the pinks in. It's sort of like confetted, isn't it? I really can't wait to do that giant balloon. But anyway, thank you for watching. Take care, folks, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.